The postseason is finally here, so you guys know what that means, right? It's time to make you guys very upset down in the comments.
Shout out to everyone on here. If you want to see your name on here, link is down in the description.
Alright, what's going on, guys? It's been a beautiful day so far. Most of you guys probably will not by the time this video ends, but hopefully you guys are at the moment. But if you guys are not already, hit the subscribe button down below. All the baseball content for you guys as this postseason continues. 10 teams are alive to still win a World Series. Let's predict who will be holding up the trophy by the time playoffs end. Start off in the American League with the first game being played this postseason. New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park. The starting pitching matchup is Gerrit Cole versus Nathan Eovaldi. Eovaldi isn't a bad pitcher by any means, but Gerrit Cole's just on a different level. The Yankees have won the last 6 games versus the Red Sox, including 3 of them at Fenway Park. Assuming Cole will not be going a complete game, I really do like this Yankees bullpen to go out there and help him finish the game. But it will be very hard to shut down this very explosive Red Sox lineup. They will put up some runs. For the Yankees lineup, some players other than Rizzo, Stanton, and Judge will have to step up in this game if they want to help Gerrit Cole and the bullpen advance to the ALDS. I do have the Yankees advancing in this wildcard game. Moving to the first of the American League Division Series, the Chicago White Sox against the Houston Astros, with the Astros having home field advantage. I really like this Astros roster, but I honestly think you have a legit argument to say the White Sox are the best roster in all the American League. I actually picked this White Sox team to go and win the American League pennant before the season started, and even halfway through the season, I said the same. But looking at how the White Sox play on the road, I think the Astros are going to have a very good chance to get out to a 2-0 series lead going back to guaranteed right field. Listen, the White Sox are under 500 on the road, and let's not act like the playoffs are going to be any easier for them. The White Sox also just don't have a lot of playoff experience. I know they made it to the postseason last year, but listen, 2 games with cardboard cutouts in the stands doesn't really prepare you for that real playoff atmosphere they will be feeling at Minute Maid Park. I think Chicago gets blown out game 1, plays a very close game 2, but ultimately goes back to guaranteed rate down 2-0 in the series. They will take 1 at home to make the series 2-1, but the Astros will end that season game 4 in Chicago. I really do like this White Sox roster. Like I said, I think they actually have the best roster in the American League. On paper, this White Sox team is extremely good. And I hate to make it sound like I'm not giving them any amount of a chance. They have a chance. They're a very good baseball team. They're really just going to need this series to help prepare themselves for all the postseason appearances they're going to make in the very near future. That's going to hurt them, but ultimately their road record and them just playing not the best second half is going to cost them their season this year. The second American League Division Series, New York Yankees versus the Tampa Bay Rays, with the Rays having home field advantage. For the Yankees, they go from one American League East rival to another in the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Rays have done a very good job against the Yankees this season. Cole did a good job and won them the wildcard game according to my predictions, but now it's time for the Yankees to prove they have the rotation depth to go and win a series. Guys like Kluber, Montgomery, Tyone, Cortez, we'll see. I'm sure 1 or 2 of those guys will be in the bullpen, but it's time for them to prove themselves on the mound. But with how many good bats are in this Rays lineup, and in my opinion, not the best pitching from the Yankees other than Gerrit Cole, I think the Rays will have a great chance to put up a lot of runs in the series. The Trop will be absolutely loaded. It'll be a packed house in Tampa. And honestly, all the Yankees need to do is just steal one of these games to go back and have home field advantage in the Bronx. I talked about how the Yankees need to improve their rotation. Yeah, the Rays need to do the same though, too. So both teams have questions in their starting rotation, but the Rays lineup is, to me, a good amount better than the Yankees. I like the Rays bullpen slightly better, and the Rays have home field. I like the Rays to win this series in 4. The American League Championship Series, the Houston Astros against the Tampa Bay Rays, with the Rays having home field advantage. This is a rematch of last year's ALCSs, with the Rays winning in 7 in 2020. I really feel like a lot of people are sleeping on this Rays team, which I don't know why. They're the reigning AL champions, they have 100 wins this year, and they're the 1 seed in the American League. Something I am very interested to see with this Rays team is how they do at shortstop. Willie Adames last year was great in the regular season, but overall in the postseason was not that great. Will Wander Franco be able to do what he's been doing in the regular season in the postseason? But I'll be honest, I'll be shocked if this Rays team gets knocked out before they make it to the World Series. The Rays players that were here last year, which is a good amount of them, really want to make it back to the World Series after that heartbreaking Game 6 loss last year. And I think they get it done. The Rays advance their 2nd straight World Series, winning in 6 over the Astros. There's your American League winner. Now let's find out who they'll be facing out of the National League. In the wild card game, we have the St. Louis Cardinals at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Max Scherzer versus Adam Wainwright will be one heck of a pitching matchup. Scherzer, who will be finishing second in Cy Young voting this year behind Corbin Burns, and Adam Wainwright, who will be finishing around fifth this year. The Cardinals lineup definitely isn't bad, headlined by Tyler O'Neill and Paul Goldschmidt, but overall, it's above average. Cardinals lineup definitely isn't bad, headlined by Tyler O'Neill and Paul Goldschmidt. But I'd say overall, it's pretty slightly above average. Not the best recipe for a W against Max Scherzer. Being completely honest, the Dodgers are better at everything than this Cardinals team. They have 16 more wins, they're at home, they have the better starting pitcher on the mound, they have the way better lineup, and they have the way better bullpen. But the good news for the Cardinals is two different things. One, they don't need to win a series against the Dodgers, they just need to win one game. And two, they have their double magic. The Dodgers should win this game, and I'm picking them to advance the NLDS. But if I learned anything throughout my years of being a baseball fan, it's to never officially count out the St. Louis Cardinals. The National League Division Series, one of two. The Atlanta Braves versus Milwaukee Brewers, with the Brewers having home field advantage. The Brewers have had one of their best seasons in franchise history and probably would have broke their all-time win-loss record if they actually seemed to care in this final week, but they didn't need to because every game this last week was completely meaningless for them. But the Braves have had a fantastic second half to get themselves into the postseason yet again this year. The Brewers have what I believe is the best rotation in baseball, headlined by Cy Young winner Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, Freddie Peralta, and oh yeah, let's not forget their 4 and 5, Eric Lauer and Adrian Hauser. The Braves' overall strength has been their lineup, especially in the second half, adding bats like Adam Duvall, Jorge Soler, and Eddie Rosario. So something will have to give this series. Will it be the elite lineup or will it be the elite starting pitching? History shows it's usually the lineup that gives. If the Brewers get into the ninth inning with the lead, then good game in Atlanta, because 99 of 100 times, if not more, that game is over with Josh Harrod coming out of the bullpen. I like the Brewers in this series regardless, but especially when you factor in that the Brewers have home field advantage, I really like the Brewers in this series. Milwaukee probably shouldn't have a lot of trouble to advance to the NLCS. I have the Brewers in 4 over the Braves. The second National League Division Series, the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the San Francisco Giants, with the Giants having home field. This one will be a lot of fun and extremely hyped up by the media, as it should be. The top 2 teams in baseball throughout the majority of the season going at each other. None of these teams really have a weak spot. Both really good lineups, both really good rotation, and both really good bullpens. But a lot of people seem to really not like the Giants to advance. Max Muncy and Clayton Kershaw's health is in question for this series, which is obviously going to be really big. Regardless if Kershaw and Muncy are not able to play, they still have an extremely stacked lineup and it's still a very elite rotation. Say Kershaw's not available, still Max Scherzer, Julio Urias, Walker Buehler, not bad. These teams are so equal. Even their head-to-head this year was 10-9 against each other. Yeah, they're pretty equal. But the Giants have one advantage. They have home field. And that's why I'm picking the Giants to win in 5 and advance to the National League Championship Series. In that National League Championship Series, we have the Milwaukee Brewers against the San Francisco Giants, with the Giants having home field. Elite rotation versus elite rotation. What, first to 2 runs a game wins? For real though, each one of these games will be an absolute nail-biter. Going to be lots of 3-2, 2-1 type games. As I've mentioned multiple times throughout the season, the Brewers bullpen is very good, but the loss of Devin Williams is going to cost them big time in this series. And a place where you could have used them, it's going to be instead Hunter Strickland, Brad Boxberger, or maybe even Aaron Ashby. They're good pitchers, don't get me wrong, but they're not top 5 relief pitchers in all baseball like Devin Williams is. The Brewers bullpen is still very good, but the Giants, with Williams out, I'm going to have to give them a slight edge here. Also, this Brewers offense is going to have trouble scoring runs, just like they did in the NLDS and just like they have throughout a lot of the season. And I'm fully aware the Brewers have looked really solid against the Giants in the season. They're 4-3, but if you watch this game, the Brewers easily could have been 6-1. They've looked good against the Giants this year. With the Giants having home field advantage, a slightly better bullpen, and a lot better lineup, I'm going to pick the Giants to advance to the World Series. I have the Giants in 7 over the Brewers. If this does happen, it'll be the Brewers' second NLCS Game 7 loss within the last 4 years. Please don't let this happen. The World Series, the Tampa Bay Rays versus the San Francisco Giants, with the Giants having home field advantage. $164 million versus $74 million. If the Rays are able to pull this off, they will have changed Major League Baseball if they have not already. Like I said before, I think the Rays really have a big chip on their shoulder after losing in 6 last year. I'm just really not sure how the rotation holds up, but it's got them to 100 wins, and according to my predictions, it's gotten them to the World Series, so they got something working for them. What I do find weird though is that both these teams are the best in their respective league, and it feels like a lot of people don't seem to be picking them to advance to the World Series. Either one of them. I have both of them. I have both 1 seeds in the World Series, but I do have the Tampa Bay Rays winning their first World Series in franchise history over the San Francisco Giants in 7 games. And I'll be honest, I'm rooting for them. See Brett Phillips and G-Man Choi hold up that trophy. I wouldn't mind that, but hopefully the Brewers win instead. But guys, we will see. Can't wait to be called biased, even though I literally picked the Brewers not even to win their pennants. I'm so biased for that, right? But if you guys did enjoy, I'm sure most of you guys didn't, leave a like still. We can discuss all you want in the comments below. I'm always down to discuss, respectfully down with you in the comments below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. Go Brewers as always. I'll see you in my next video.